2909 back for another episode of Reading the Wrong Way. So today I'm going to be reviewing the Psyren series by Toshiaki Iwashiro. I was first introduced to this manga through a preview in the January 2011 Shonen Jump issue before the magazine went online to Shonen Jump Alpha, and it was so driving that I decided to collect it. The series is rated T for teen. I think this is a fine rating. It can get quite graphic, but I don't think it's at the level of an older teen-rated manga. Most of the more graphic parts really aren't gore-filled. There's just enough so that you really understand what's happened. Even based on blood, there isn't too much when comparing it to other graphic novels, such as the one you'll see in my next review. Shing! This is the first ongoing series I'm reviewing, with 4 volumes out right now, and the 4th one just came out last Tuesday. From what I can tell, I believe there are going to be under 15 volumes total, but please don't quote me on that. The story focuses on Ageha Yoshina, a troublemaker at school that helps people for 10,000 yen. He comes from a broken home and has a strict sister that acts as his guardian when their father is away on business. He hears a public phone ringing one day and discovers a red calling card with the name Psyren on it. In this picture, it's blue, and the glitter's in the way, but yeah, you get the idea. The next day at school, he discovers that his outcast classmate, Sakurako Amamiya, has the same card, and the next day she disappears, declared missing. Ageha, wanting to find her, calls the number on the card, answers a long survey, and the next day is swept into the world of Psyren. Now he and Sakurako, along with some other drifters, must play the Psyren game and uncover the mysteries surrounding it. If they win, they could change the future. If they lose, all hope could be lost. So what do you need to know about the series? For starters, it takes place in Japan, but unlike Two Heart, so far there isn't much you need to know about Japan to understand the story. The main thing would be geography, but they explain it so well throughout the books that you really don't need to study it. This series is sort of a post-apocalyptic story. It starts out with Ageha thinking about problems plaguing this world, such as global warming and the threat of nuclear war. This makes the story seem more realistic, like it could possibly happen. Now, I'm not big on post-apocalyptic series because honestly, they're very depressing. But this one is unique in that the whole story doesn't take place in that particular setting. The characters are also engaging that I, as a reader, really wanted to know what happens to them, and I think that is really what made me want to finish the whole story. Book 3 is especially heart-wrenching, my friends. The artwork is very shonen style, with heavy lines, muscular men, and attractive women. The action scenes are well done, in which there isn't so much detail that you become lost and can't tell what is going on. They also don't drag on forever. Each fight is usually finished within a chapter or two, none ever going beyond the volume they're in, unless you want to count the whole Psyren game as a giant fight, but then you're just being picky. I would say this series is a bit like Bleach by Tite Kubo, only with much shorter fight scenes. There are a lot of comical scenes with the characters often taking on chibi-like appearances. For those who don't know, chibi are super cute, super tiny forms of the characters that often have exaggerated expressions, meant for comical use. Even though a lot of the minor characters are not in for very long, they're given enough details where you can easily tell them apart and get a sense of who they are in life and as a person. I remember in Volume 1 there's one section where the artist discusses how he made Ageha's eyes bigger so he didn't appear so mean. I commend him and his editor for that decision, because I think with smaller, meaner-looking eyes, I wouldn't be as drawn and empathetic to Ageha as I am. This just shows the artist really thinks and cares about how his characters come across to others. The author has character sketches on the end of each chapter page, which personally I prefer over the short character bios/sketches in Two Heart. Rather than restating information you probably already know, these are steps in the manga process that not every artist is willing to share with the readers. There aren't always stills of the characters either. Some are mini-comics, which hopefully you can see, which really lighten the mood of the story, if only for a brief moment. At the beginning of each volume, like in most mangas, is a picture drawn by the artist with a quick note, and at the end of every volume is a letter after forward, written by the artist thanking the reader and describing events that have happened in his studio. There's no anime, at least that I know of, but I think because it's a pretty new manga, it may still be a possibility. It's a very popular manga in Japan, and I think it's getting a good foothold in America, so all we can do is wait and see. If Two Heart can have an anime spin-off, I think a longer and deeper story like Psyren can as well. If you like mysteries and stories that take place in a post-apocalyptic setting with a lot of fight scenes, then this is for you. And even if you don't, the characters and storyline may be enough to draw you in. Honestly, I didn't think I would like it at first, but I am addicted now and locked in until it finishes. It isn't too late for you to answer the call. Ba-dum-bum-tsh. I also want to take the time to mention that with summer right around the corner, a lot of libraries and schools are going to be starting their summer reading programs. I'm hoping a lot of you will participate and become involved in that. I'm going to be participating, but I don't like to read manga during these programs because I feel that, like, it's reading, but it's not really. It's more like reading a picture book, almost, even though it is a much higher level of reading. So I'm going to take a break after the next episode, where I'm going to be doing a review of the Rurouni Kenshin series, yay! And I'm going to do reviews on novels. I'm not even sure if I'll be able to get them out on the third Saturday either, just because I'm planning on doing series. But I'm going to try my best, or at least review the first book of the series, maybe? I'm not sure. Still up in the wind. But, I have a few series in mind that I want to do. I definitely would like to do the prequel for the Cirque du Freak series, which would be the Saga of Larten Crepsley. The fourth book just came out on Tuesday, May 15th, so hopefully if you're a fan of the series, you've got your hands on it. I'm also thinking about the Artemis Fowl series by Eoin Colfer, or the Charlie Bone series by Jenny Nemo. I'd also like to try to read the Air series by Cinda Chima. I'm not sure yet, because that's a lot of reading to do and a lot of different choices. So I'll let you know more, hopefully, as the summer goes on. We'll see. But just so you know, the manga reviews probably won't be back until probably August, maybe September, so you got a little bit of a break there. Anyways, I hope you'll get involved in these programs that they offer. They really are a lot of fun, at least in my area. And in most cases, you usually get the chance to win some prizes, which is really cool. So hopefully you'll get involved, maybe check out some of the series I'm looking into. And I'll see you next time. Bye!
When I was given freedom, oh, all I did was play. When I turned back, there was nothing to say. You closed your doors before I could open mine. Now I know, now I see it was a